Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to the Frag VALORANT Major Philadelphia. $7,500 prize pool on the line, and right now our final map of the night going to be coming up here in a round of 8 matchup. SONİQS climbing back, one of the tournament favorites coming into this, having to climb back there on Fracture, their map choice, and they do just that. IWNL has played very impressive throughout, and obviously big credit to them for sure, but they can't close it out. And that's why we are going to Brady. So I'm Ricky CK, joined by Elevator once again. I've been here watching a lot of Valorant throughout the day. This is our fourth and final best set of 3, but you know, it's as expected. Here we are as the playoffs have commenced. We're getting even some better Valorant as the day has progressed on.
Got him.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. We saw a couple of very close maps in map number 1 and number 2. Lots of momentum shifts back and forth, and expect more of the same on Breeze. It's definitely an aimer's map, and to me that kind of favors IWNL a little bit, but obviously SONİQS a more well-established team with better protocols and fundamentals. So it really is anybody's map, in my opinion.
So real quickly, as we're heading into map 3 again, all the round of 8 matches happening at the same time right now. In fact, a couple have finished. Team Name defeating Jay's Finest. So Team Name, will see them in the top portion of the semifinals. They play the winner of Bad Boy Crew versus Booster Seat Gaming, which is still in map 2. And then on the way, defeating Yule Team 6-0, which means the winner of this will play on the way in the semifinals tomorrow. So on the way, a very good team. They've had a heck of a run so far. I don't think they've lost a single map, if I'm not mistaken, here in this event. And yeah, just clarifying, they have 2-0 all of their series, so that's got to be a strong team right there. Jay, Cruel, Stellar, Bang, Brock, and Xander on that squad. But who will it be? Again, we don't know. This is, as expected, going to be a close series going in, and we're getting that here as I go back to the obvious of heading to map 3. So looks like we're finalizing some things before we jump on in. But you were talking about, as we've been discussing all throughout today, Chamber and the possibility of him. It's the first time we're going to see Breeze on stream, so you know, both these teams clearly like Chamber. Is that going to be a possibility? Maybe even some KO once again. We're definitely going to see Viper, though, I'm sure.
Yeah, you'd think so. It's really kind of the ultimate controller on this map. You know, this used to be a Sky map, but we have not seen any Sky today from what I can remember. So definitely interested to see whether it is the KO that comes out instead, or whether we see a little bit of a return to normal, or whether there is a new normal and Sky is just simply out of the meta at this point.
Well, it's interesting, so that made me check the agent stats for this event, and Sky has been seen in 25% of the matches, so it just so happens a coincidence that we haven't really seen Sky on stream, but it's still being played a little bit. But yeah, it is falling off at the same time. We've talked about how KO somewhat replaced again on a map like Fracture. You got Breach instead, who provides those flashes, so not as likely to pick Sky there. And even Chamber, to an extent, maybe replacing what would be a Sky option on some maps. So understandable that despite her still having a strong skill set, she's one of those agents where it's like, I don't think she really needs buffs or nerfs, you know, maybe just keep her as she is kind of deals. But we'll also see when the patch comes out what happens there. But
true. I mean, hey, listen, Corey has been known to play Yoru on this map, so fingers crossed.
It's not happening. Definitely not happening. Has not been seen once this whole tournament, just like Omen. They've been invisible. But they are there. You know, I take that back. We have seen them. And you see on your screen right now, in fact.
There they are.
There they are. I really got to think that's not coincidence, man. Nerd Street Gamers, they know what they're doing. They're like, we're not going to see these agents in game. Let's just give them a little bit of love.
Or it's just like subliminal messaging. You will pick Yoru and Omen. You will pick these agents.
Maybe that's part of it, yeah. But yeah, even seeing a little bit of Phoenix on Haven from a couple of these teams. In fact, I think it was this team, right? I think it was IWNL. But no Haven in this series, so likely no Phoenix.
Yeah, I was looking at the map stats also. It's pretty interesting. Very heavily into Ascent and Ice Blocks. Haven is the 3rd most played, and then after that drops off pretty severely. Bind and Fracture only being played 5 times so far. Split and Breeze just a couple each.
All right, here we go. We're going to Breeze. We got some agent selection happening. Let's start talking about it. It's going to be Jaesung on the KO, and they are running Chamber once again. We got Dizzy Life on it, and as expected, they have Viper. On the other side, so I guess it is a mirror map. Shove minus it's Reyna versus KO is the one difference.
Yep. Yeah, so KO is sort of like the new flavor, Reyna kind of the older meta, and then of course these two chambers. It'll be cool to see because Tex is definitely kind of playing chamber like a duelist, whereas Dizzy is a little bit more. He's taking kind of that first contact, but also playing a little bit more cautiously and a little bit more kind of around the trademark slowing alarm bot utility versus just running out and trying to dome people with the headhunter.
You know, thinking about it, I will say the team with the chamber so far in this series did win the map. So, you know, now that both teams are running chamber, I guess I don't know what to expect, but
playing forever.
Cancels each other out. They're just gonna, yeah, it's just gonna go massive amount of overtimes until the admin decides to call it deep into the night. All right, here we go. The attacking side of SONİQS IWNL. They'll be on defense, and looks like some mid play early on from SONİQS. Try to take it over, and that'll help. Crunchy lands a headshot on Tex. Almost continuing momentum from the previous game. SONİQS winning so many rounds to finish it. They start off hot right away here in Breeze.
Follow this drone into the B site. Rossi will be able to take contact, but gets gunned down by Dizzy Life.
Rax in the back of the site. We're on Reyna. Has a ghost, but he can't find the heads. He's down to 8 life. Gets some help, though. Whitmer coming from alley. Tunnel even. They know Brax is back here, but they don't have utility to really get him out of there. Like, that might help.
Gone.
Flash dart. Shock dart kill. What, flash dart? I'm making up names now. It's been a long day.
Flash dart lands in Treehouse, and we are on to the bookend. Tuba player is running. No, I don't know.
What do we do? That, yeah, sorry. I go back to it's been a long day. Things are getting a little silly here, but we do have a 2 versus 2. Reyna Sova versus Sova Viper, and it's going to be a free spike plant in the A side. So good rotation coming out from SONİQS.
By the way, Brax still surviving on that 8 HP, just kind of hunkered down in the corner of B site and waited it out.
Well, he's going to have to try to make use of that subway somehow here. They do have Corey with a recon, also has a shock dart. They would be right to guess that they're both in the A main area. And starting to peek now. Recon. Let me kill it quickly, but it peeks off of it and the wall. That's not going to stop the bullet from killing Brax, only with 8 life.
Yeah, I don't care what the role, quote unquote, says. Ian he's a duelist. I'm convinced that he's a duelist for SONİQS because this guy has some crispy aim and he is consistently top fragging for the team.
Yeah. Between Astra and Viper, whatever else, certainly feels like we see Ian on top of the charts. And dart early from Jason on double doors looks like we're going to see. Not going to spot anyone with it. But there's 4 players stacked in the A site for IWNL. You have Viper over there on the B side. It's mid takeover though, and Crunchy. Talk about crisp shots. Yeah, that was some crisp shooting right there.
That's an open B site. Little do they know, but they will follow this drone up in there. Ian on the flank.
Catches Brax. Took a little bit of bullets, but Spectre over the classic at that point. Now the B site has been officially taken over. Bob catches Tex. And here comes a spike plant. So some econ damage can be done by IWNL. That's the plan. Flash out. Goes for the peek off, but takes the bullet to the head. Life will flank Sova though, and gonna peek out against Jet. Wins with the Spectre. Losing the 1 agent, but looking plenty good for SONİQS. Up 2-0.
Looking good so far. Momentum running strong from that last map, as you said. This is the opportunity for IWNL to turn things around as they do have rifles. Got to be careful because the aim is looking pretty darn good for SONİQS. They also do have a Marshal and a Vandal on their side of things.
Them down.
Yeah, Marshal for J-Song.
Revealing area.
There's a recon. Oh, that's okay. Where are we going? We're going over here. And dink and skill. We tried. It was flashy. Oh, it's fun to see some of these lineups of these darts coming out.
Yeah, the follow cam is such a cool observer tool.
Absolutely. Shout out to Pressy, bringing the observation throughout the day. I think he's doing a damn fine job. Crunchy doing a damn fine job at landing headshots.
Feeling it right now. The one rifle that they have. Ooh, Rossi though, what a lurking play in that corner.
Oh, should have had two. It feels like at the same time, but yeah, that was a great job to move through the smokes and play in the corner like that. Completely catching Jet off guard. Uh-oh, Ryan. Always here, it seems like, and yes, they do. Whitmer scouts him out eventually. Makes it a 3 versus 3. Gun advantage still favoring IWNL.
Smokes are down. Oh, Whitmer doesn't check. Dizzy's behind him.
And might have destroyed his teleport, but Whitmer's gonna be flanked. Doesn't even matter. Jason wins the duel anyways. And Corey shocked our kill, but can he really retake this? Both are very low life, I will say that.
Fortunately, no more darts available, and he can't wait for the recon to come back up, so I'm just gonna... What a shot from Bob.
Yeah. It's like Bob knew exactly where he was anyways. And we'll die with the spike in the end, but got the kill. And so now by going into round 4. So they steal the bonus round, that is, and SONİQS up 3-0 on the attacking side in Breeze.
Definitely seems to be an attack side of map for the most part, so not too surprising, but I mean, I would say that I know every single round has started off with SONİQS finding an opening kill. It's just been Crunchy running up middle and just headshotting somebody right off the bat.
Right.
3 rounds in a row.
Spraying through that double doors with the Marshal. Not going to make any connections, though. So you hear a drone going up. Checks the elbow. We'll spot one. But they didn't see the box, or did they? Crunchy doesn't even matter. Even with looking away, still is able to flick back.
Say it again. Crunchy runs up middle, headshot somebody. This is how SONİQS wins.
It's a pretty good strat. I mean, just do it every time. Whitmer. This could get dangerous. Ian holding the double doors, waiting for somebody to lurk through.
So low.
Be faster.
Nice opening from Crunchy. Now in the A side, or B side, excuse me, doing the same thing. Bob finds Corey. And Jason will get Brax. So spreading the love a little bit. Suddenly there's one. Whitmer. Luke is killed by Ian. So a lot of spreading out of the kills from SONİQS that round. All 5 stay alive, and they now have 4-0. So back to buys for IWNL. Including that operator for Whitmer, who also has knives, but he's me off this round.
Yeah, they IWNL needs something to change it up a little bit. The operator going to come into play here, hoping to find some early picks, maybe stop Crunchy from just exerting his will on the game over and over.
I'm with you to the end, Sova.
Hunter's Fury, knives, and Null Command ready on the side of SONİQS. Recon, not sure where that's going.
Checking on halls.
The hall there, okay. So from the angle, a little funky.
Null Command.
They're in, so nothing Brax can do for flashing.
Gotta find the timing here on the wall, potentially. Hope somebody pushes through.
Got to. There's the timing. Oh, and it's gonna get Chet.
What the heck was that?
Oh my god. That flick back. Insane. Can Ian do something about this, though? So far he can. Takes out Whitner. Puts the snake bite down. As beautiful as that was, this still is looking decent for SONİQS.
Yeah, he has another.
That's another.
Another flash bite.
They get a half. They're lined up! Oh! The ace completion for Brax, and finally, IWNL gets on the board. Ian made it extra spicy there at the end. But SONİQS comes through. Or excuse me, IWNL comes through. Brax specifically.
That was quite the round from Brax. Like you said, SONİQS still made it difficult, and because they won those 4 in a round to start the map, they have a plenty strong economy at the moment. But man, that hurt my neck, gave me whiplash. It was just because I'm old, but I think they call that a hospital flick.
Whiplash for the wrist. Wrist lash.
Spike
Tex,
down, mid.
nice operator shot there on Bob. Catches him at elbow. That was mid actually, but either way, gets killed as soon as he peeks again, and guess who it is? It's Crunchy, winning with the Vandal.
Crunchy go kill, #1 strat for SONİQS in this map so far. Repositioning over towards the A site.
Yep. They have Tour de Force, but they also have Viper's Pit and Knives. If needed on the other side, you also have Empress and Hunter's Fury, so good to see a lot of fireworks happening at the A site. Rena's currently in there by herself, though. Ian working up tunnel.
This could be a bad timing, though. No, Rossi not looking in the right direction.
Oh no, Rossi looking towards mid and catches the Hunter's Fury use of Corey. 5-1 SONİQS.
Well, so much for individual heroics there. SONİQS doing the team approach, paying off. IWNL getting picked apart round after round, aside from that one amazing play from Brax.
Yeah, the fact it took an ace from one players. So the best feeling in the world, I suppose, as great as that individual round performance was. Being down 5-1. Feels bad, man, for IWNL. Dex is gonna go for a peek out double doors here. Has the Tour de Force, has the teleport. Oh, but there's the counter. Suddenly no pre-operator, but Brax gets Crunchy. However, the Hunter's Fury will take up Brax.
Oh, Bob gets
and
a
it gets
second.
Whitmer. Looking for another.
Enemy remaining.
Finds a third kill with the Vandal. However, Tex finally gets the Tour de Force back out and gets 2. Yeah, saw that dagger counter against it. Of course, it takes it away. It is an ability, but no more suppression.
Tex knows where this player with the spike is. Doesn't know where Dizzy Life is, however. Chamber on chamber violence goes the way of SONİQS.
And now that means they have that 6-1 lead. So that was a safe round. Obviously using that Tour de Force on the save round, but back to buys. And I was going to say, something tells me we should probably see a timeout coming out here from IWNL, and sure enough they are. Because clearly this ain't working. Like I said, the only win that they had was a very clutch round from Brax as a player individually. Clearly they got to change something up.
Yeah, I guess it is interesting to note that the TSM Apex coach, I guess the coach of TSM is the coach of IWNL for this event. I assume it's probably just kind of like, I don't think that IWNL is secretly the TSM roster, you know, but you never know.
Okay, let's not speculate here too much, but that is interesting. Okay. Yeah, maybe one of those local things is like, why not? Coach this team, has some buddies on it.
Yeah. I mean, he has 2 players, potentially, with Rossi and Corey signed to TSM, so why not?
Sure. I suppose that's part of it. Well, that's definitely going to try to earn his paycheck here as coming through with the timeout. Apparently, getting clarification, he's the coach of TSM Academy. So that means TSM squad, but still. Either way, 6-1 for SONİQS, so coming out of the timeout.
Who will I speak
And we see buys of the operator for Tex. Everyone else with Vandals, Phantoms. And they're taking some mid control. At least they're playing a little bit more aggressive in mid. Maybe taking the elbow control, looks like, on the side of IWNL. But okay, well, there you go. Don't let Crunchy get that kill, then maybe that's a strat.
Brax is he's looking crispy on Breeze. Needs a little bit of help now from the rest of IWNL. Dizzy Life gonna find the pick off on Whitmer. Open things up.
Nice shooting. sliver of a head right there in some way finds the crosser on it. Brax, meanwhile, pushing up the mid with the Empress.
Yeah, great freeze from SONIQS here. You can see they're all just not moving, holding angles, looking for this aggressive flank. It will catch Brax.
That's so true. As soon as you said that, I look at the mini-map, and it's like, wait, are we paused? Like, it's freeze? No. That was
Admin?
on purpose.
Restart the round.
Yeah. Come on, pause the game. What are you doing? Corey holding mid, though. We'll get Ian checking it out. And now that's the info to go B instead. And as you see on the B site, there is nobody there for IWNL. So, should be a free plant of the spike.
You have this chamber utility to play off of. Bob just waiting for the trigger. Or though, gonna go the long way around. He sees the chamber teleport, so knows that there could be somebody nearby. Bob finds it. Oh, just misses the timing for Corey. Again.
Oh, Bob, turn around, Bob. Warning a knife, Bob. Or a shot to the head. Jason, the info. That recon before death actually allows Jason to make that kill easily happen, and it's going to be an explosion. SONIQS will take round 8 as they'll make it 7-1. Ooh, Corey barely gets out of there. Felt that one on the booty, but last laugh for SONIQS. 7-1. The momentum just ain't stopping.
Yeah, Bob with the sacrificial recon dart. Bailing out Jason there and allowing SONIQS to win the round. Support. And actually leading the way with 8 frags so far.
You know, I'm trying to think back, and I know it's a different map and everything, but man, you think back to, what is this now? They were down 12-8. They won 7 of 8 rounds, I want to say, did SONIQS to win that previous map. Now they've won 7 of 8 rounds here, so 14 of the last 16 rounds have gone the way of SONIQS. If you look back at Fracture into this one.
Yeah, you are correct. I mean, we talked about it a couple times earlier today where this is a very momentum-based type of environment. You got these teams that are, you know, not necessarily structured. It's a bunch of high-rated players playing together, and if they're rolling, they're rolling. But if they start to falter, there's no, like, you know, official leader necessary to pick them back up. There's no coach to be like, all right, guys, let's go.
Crunchy. And maybe didn't necessarily work the previous rounds. They found himself dying, but majority of these rounds, it's worked out very well, peeking mid and finding an opening kill. This time, no one's going to peek for IWNL, though. Dizzy Life, he's checking tunnel, meanwhile. Brax making noise at the back of it. And Dizzy's going.
He's going Lance Armstrong up the hallway. And now tour de force, let's go. Door battle.
Okay, this is fun. Keep the door closed. And there's a trade to kick things off. Ian will catch Rossi. Make it 2 versus 2, or 2 for 2, that is. And the site has been taken by SONIQS, so they're going to get the free plant. But 3 players working together for IWNL. Out comes a Viper's Pit, though. And not the best arsenal of guns either for defense.
Oh, that flash was blocked by that smoke from Jet.
Find a little bit of time, but Jason pops out. Gonna go for the no command. Feeling a little scared with this, and Lion will find 3 kills in total anyways. And they take the round, so yeah, expending a little bit more than maybe they wanted, but either way, they make it 8-1 as we head into round 10, and it's going to be back to buys, though, at least for IWNL. So we'll see if they can find their own momentum and try to finish off strong here in the first half. You know, 4-8 still sounds okay on defense, but still ain't pretty.
Yeah, definitely not giving themselves the best chance in the second half, but you know, it is recoverable, as you have mentioned. We've seen greater comebacks than this.
Good pushing down middle. Brax following Whitmer. Takes out the drone, checking left, but Crunchy gets Brax, and Bob gets Whitmer. So some aggressive push-up from IWNL. Again, can't blame them. Like I said, they're trying different things. I mean, they're trying to mix it up a little bit, but the shots are simply just hitting for SONİQS, it feels like. They're not for IWNL, as Crunchy runs at the pull to Rossi, but the quick backup there by Bob. J-Sing found elsewhere by Corey, though.
Right here.
This very late flank hold for Dizzy Life, though. Could catch somebody coming through middle. Somebody might be Tex. Not careful. Oh, the timing's not good.
Unfortunate. But still looking pretty good for SONİQS. They got snake bites. They got some recon dart. And they got another snake bite to protect themselves.
And an operator. Oh, no
okay.
operator.
Player standing.
And Tex is like,
No
I don't
snake
care. I don't care about your utility. Oh man, Bob 18 life and he's dead, Tex. What a clutch by Tex.
I mean, the dude is just standing there in the corner being like, peek me, let's go. One tap. Peek me, one tap. Peek me, one tap.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously a good win for IWNL, but I look back at these 10 rounds and how the two wins for IWNL came on the back of some insane individual performances. Brax at the ace in the first one, and now Tex right there. I mean, if he doesn't do what he just did, there's obviously no way, so. Very clutch round by him, but hey, as long as it's something that gets you the win.
True. No, I think at this point, IWNL will just take any round any way they can to make it a little bit closer here. Give themselves a shot in the second half.
Deploying drone.
Bob, checking elbow with that drone. Instead, you have a bit of a switch up here by IWNL. They got two players in the B site. They mark Chamber. Whitmer there too, though. And Corey gets Iron. That looks like a tunnel. And meanwhile, Whitmer picks off Dizzy in the mid through tunnel of B. So, a couple of kills found by IWNL.
Crunchy also found Tex taking out Jason, getting close to that 9-3. Rossi guns down Crunchy and just Bob with the spike against 5.
Clean.
Team Ace.
Thought we were going to see another one coming out there, but nope. Brax will slow things down. And almost a flawless round, but they'll take the team ace and they make it 3-8 with the last round of the half coming up. So, yeah. Clearly IWNL. I mean, that was more of the team performance. So go back to the previous two wins. Definitely some individual carry performances. This one, much more of a clean team performance. And like I said, hey, you can close it out 4-8. That would still feel pretty good. And SONİQS, a bit of a desperate buy for them. They even have a Guardian, a Spectre, so they're having to force quite a bit. And they only have Puncher's Fury on offense as well.
Right here.
Little dart detected.
Corey, it's a Hunter's Fury battle between the two. Bob can't get one either, so doing some damage on either side, but no kills. So now no ultimates. Corey. Not looking right.
Checks the wrong angle first. Unfortunate on the 50-50 there. See another door battle here. Rossi just one tabs Crunchy through the smoke.
I love these door battles coming out. This ain't one you can break like an Ascent. Just have to watch it go up and down. Oh, meanwhile, Rossi hiding behind the boxes, but shooting from a couple of different angles. Didn't really have a chance there, so the spike goes down. It's up to Jet and Chamber. X spraying through, doing some damage, but not enough for the kills, and Dizzy Life will peek on Whitmer and make it 9-3. So SONİQS feeling very clean throughout. 9-3 first half on attack, and now we go to the other sides. Here we are, our final half of coverage here in this series to see who moves on to the semifinals.
Teleport's ready.
Yeah, it's looking pretty good for SONİQS right now, but we just saw the attack half can be a little sketchy sometimes. Or rather, the defense half can be a little sketchy sometimes.
Yeah.
Attack. Get on a roll pretty quickly on this large, wide map.
I was gonna say, I mean, it's a very open map, so if you get that, initial frag, as we saw Sonic specifically, Crunchy do. Who, I was looking at the scoreboard, the fact that Crunchy's at the bottom of the scoreboard is almost surprising, but he got so many of those opening kills that it just allows you to make the decision to work off it. And here we go, Whitmer, he finds a kill on Jet and takes out Jason. And Brax will catch Bob, but quick trade there with Dizzy Life from the double doors. But he gets found by Rossi, who's already in the A site with some teammates.
Yeah, quick push from IWNL up A main. We'll get the spike down, and
Remaining.
Brax will take out Ian on the flank. So looking like a pretty clean pistol round for the attackers. And yeah, honestly, just to do some quick NA math, it seems like 260% of the rounds have started off with a Jet getting a first frag in middle. So clearly the meta here on Breeze.
Crunchy, 45 life. Oh, I thought he got 2 kills so far. I thought they lined up, but no. Only gets 1. By the way, only, I mean, still impressive, but Brax will finish with a hat trick. Finds a third, picks up the Sheriff, and a victory for IWNL. So, hey, it starts with a pistol round. There's the beginning of a possible comeback for IWNL. How about Brax, by the way, talking about feeling confident. Goes for the second round Vandal buy.
Yeah, why not? I mean, it's great on this map, and with Arena, you can worry a little bit less about dying, giving it over to the other team super aggressively up middle, or just pushing directly onto the A site.
Checking his Brax. Finding one initially with that guard. Oh, that was awkward.
Okay.
But Dizzy Life also gets out. Some way, somehow, dashing into the side. Whitmer. It's back.
It was like
okay.
a little freeze frame where the Jet was stuck on the wall and the chamber was like, oh god, I'm supposed to teleport.
It was. So holding into the side, and they're just going to shift back over to B. So it's this is proven to be a good rotation from IWNL at least. They're going to act like that people are here, but again, this is the case of, as commentators, you just want to say, hit the damn site, guys. There's nobody there.
Yeah.
Eventually go.
Get on. Let's get on with the game.
They found my
Can't you
trap.
guys see the mini-map? I can see the mini-map. What's wrong with you?
Use your information. All right, so there's still 5 alive for SONİQS, but of course they're all pretty much dealing with pistols. Dizzy Life, also with only 10 life, is still way back there in the mid. They're going up against a guard, or excuse me, more of a bulldog. They're going up against a vandal. So yeah, at this range, this is why they bought these guns. Gonna just try to kill them as they exit.
Yeah, sometimes that is the best strategy. Just kind of hold them in, try and box them. Oh, Dizzy Life does find the kill on Whitmer. That's 1 gun down.
One enemy remaining.
Probably all they're gonna get here.
Yep. And that's going to be 5 rounds. So IWNL, they do what they need to do. They continue to at least make it 5-9. So we got the buys though for SONİQS. No operator in hand. It's going to be Vandals and Phantoms. But meanwhile, on the other side, they have a couple of Vandals. They have a couple of Bulldogs. So, I mean, the range battle is still possible. This is one of these bonus rounds that still feels very winnable for the side of IWNL in this map.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, the fact that they have 2 rifles just straight up, and then the 2 Bulldogs, which are technically rifles, but...
Oh, right off the bat, speaking of those guns, Bulldog comes through for Tex.
Sorry, I can never talk bad about the Bulldog ever again.
Nope, you good. Whitmer running into the site.
Rossi, Bulldog kill. Let's go.
It's too good. And in the back, Whitmer finds him. And the flick for the next one on a Dizzy Life. And suddenly there's one. Ian is like, wait, where did my team go, guys? Well, I'm dead too.
All right. Well, you said this was a totally winnable bonus round. And that was a flawless bonus round.
It was, yeah. That's, I can't say I expected that.
Honestly, you know, this is kind of the same pattern that we've seen a couple times already in this series, where SONİQS They look good. They look measured. They're hitting their shots, and then all of a sudden, IWNL is like, "Wait, we could just click on their heads. Who needs strategy?"
Easy. There's an orb flying through.
Poison orb emitting.
Looks like that's in tunnel right there. Spike has been dropped towards the A site. Brax. Oh! Losing to the Marshall. That's a feels bad.
Marshall and Breeze hits a little different.
I was gonna say, it's probably the best map for it for sure. Well, look at Dizzy Life. Basically has a goal. The way they were running, crossing there, not for a second, might have seen an insane double kill.
Slow down a little bit, but as you can see on the mini map there, SONIQS pulling back while IWNL rotates everybody towards B, where there is currently no real resistance. Oh, Dizzy Life just misses the timing on Corey.
There's a lot of footsteps towards B. And he ports out. Went for the headshot.
No.
Poured it into the site, into a death trap. Awkward situation there for Dizzy Life. But, you know, if he hits that shot, maybe a different story. Either way, not going to happen. Oh, that's a molly kill. Okay. Spike was planted, but Rossi dying quickly. Numbers-wise, it is a 3 versus 3. Oh, my Marshall doing some damage. And Ian gets another kill with it. So, very winnable. Spamming to the wall. Tex holding from B main, though.
Everybody low. Just an errant bullet will change the course of this round. Tex, though, 15 shots on Ian.
Oh, teleport away. Good job. And Bob, I mean, it's a lost round now. Not enough time. Just simply going for a kill. And we'll do some damage at least. Can he find this one? No, he cannot.
Almost.
Almost. Yeah, he's going to just hope that he peeks again. Not going to happen, though. Bob goes down to the spike. And the round victory for IWNL. So 7-9. It starts with that pistol round. They win the pistol round, as we saw, and now they've won 4 in a row. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you thought this game was in the bag for SONIQS, it ain't.
Definitely not here. They pick up the operator for Dizzy Life, and you know, this is one of those rounds where it almost feels like SONIQS is in trouble because, like, there's so much more for them to lose. Because if they lose this round, their economy's crushed, and the momentum is fully in IWNL's favor.
Deploying drone.
Oh, going up B together. IWNL just death ball push. Wow, they are just hitting B hard and fast. Ian in the back of the side, calling for teammates, just spamming what he can, but eventually falls. The Brax. Out comes the offensive Viper Spit as well. No plan just yet, but this is IWNL's site.
Flanks are coming through, but you can see Corey sniffing this one out. Jason knifed out. The double headshot.
Yep. As if Corey knew it was coming the whole time. Great read there. And you look at the minimap. SONIQS says, why even try? They have 3 players. They have guns. They don't want to give these guns up. And they're going to save. This is going to be 8-9.
Yep. And this has definitely just been a case of IWNL getting those first picks and honestly kind of guessing right a few times here as well. Like, they just ran onto a site that only had 1 player on it. SONIQS has had a hard time being in the right place at the right time a lot in this round. Bob, though, finds a nice little kill.
Scanning ahead.
Got one.
Could be in trouble, though. Kind of surrounded.
Unless they rush at him here, should be fine. Gonna get recon, but timer. Oh, Rossi. Well played by Rossi there. Takes away 1 gun. And again, that's huge. That's the Vandal down, and so instead they only have 1 Vandal and 1 operator instead of 2 Vandals.
Yeah, every gun matters at this point for SONIQS. It's either by a couple of sheriffs, a judge, trying to protect that operator without committing too much of their economy, but it's tough. They really need to set up Dizzy to hit some shots here. And this is really the first round operator could come into play, but oh, just immediately, like, triple peaked, goes down.
Yep, there is still that, you gotta press the button, there's still that very slight cast out to get out, and obviously unable to do it in time. So, good chase by IWNL. And they should have a free set to take now in the A side. The Viper wall's up, giving them protection. Winmer dashing away, finds a headshot on Jason eventually.
Remaining.
Just one shots him through the box.
Why
That
not?
was just sort of like a whim. Didn't even have any
Spike
confirmation
planted.
anybody was there.
Bob is going to peek with the Sheriff, but Whitmer, he's feeling it that round. Got 3 kills. And we are tied at 9. This was a 3-9 first half. Dare I say, the curse is real.
I mean, something's real. The momentum is real. IWNL is, it's almost like watching 2 different teams play. Like when they're not hitting shots, when they're
Right.
getting picked off, they look terrible and uncoordinated. But when they are hitting shots, they are just steamrolling SONIQS left, right, and center. And it looks like SONIQS just don't even have any answers right now. So this timeout couldn't come at a better time. But will it be enough? As the momentum has definitely shifted, and you can see on stage too, like this IWNL team, they want to be, talking their talk. They want to be yelling across the aisle, and you don't want to hype them up. That's for sure.
Yeah, and I think it should go without saying, but I think it's still worth pointing out that this is a case and you have a official signed team in SONIQS going up against, let's be honest, as these lands tend to happen, albeit still a great team, it is a pug team of sorts. Obviously, it's the players from multiple teams coming together and playing at this event, so that pressure, that mental pressure, is certainly heavier on the side of SONIQS as well. So, but you can also look back at map 2, Fracture. I was saying the same thing. They were down 12-8 on their map choice, on the verge of being eliminated. And boy, did they come back. So certainly the shift can happen. Maybe after this timeout, we'll see. But they talk things over. Dizzy will use his ultimate, I'm guessing.
You want to play?
He's
Let's
sitting in the
play.
classic. So there we go. It's going to be an aggressive Viper's Pit from Ian, as that will stop them initially, but it has to deal with this drone now. Has to run away.
Oh, he will get tagged. That's very bad.
Dodge Dodge's Fury. No, he cannot. He got hit once at least, but will stay alive.
But the pit is going to come down, I think. I don't think he can get back into it in time to renew the timer. So, yep, it will dissipate.
They also use the null command on the side of Sonic, so they used a lot right there to not get any kills. But it almost felt necessary. And now kind of a reset for IWNL.
Yep, you can see them spreading out, checking the flanks. Looks like they're just going to go ahead and re-hit A, and why not? They use so much utility for SONIQS here. Whitmer just going to walk in.
I thought he had a chance, but Winmer's like, no. Flicks over, gets the kill. Looking for a headshot on box.
30 seconds left.
Feels pretty comfortable. They have the early part of the site. Jason throwing a molly. That Viper wall gonna allow them to walk into much safer. Whitmer went beyond though,
Spike planted.
and maybe regrets that decision.
Definitely no flank though from SONIQS, so it's going to be a pretty straightforward defense of the spike here.
Both chambers do have their 2-4 up, by the way. Crunchy. Going in, they know somebody's boxed, but Tex is there to protect. Corey does fall, however. Tex cannot hit this one. And Jason goes down though too. Dizzy Life finds Rossi, and Bob with the 3 kills. SONIQS will close out this round and make it 10-9, so they stop the bleed as they take their first round here in the second half.
That was surprisingly easy from SONIQS. They kind of just walked in and shot IWNL, who whiffed all their shots.
Well, maybe that pause did exactly that, right? I mean, it kind of cooled things down a bit, so maybe that's what that pause is also supposed to be about, stopping a bit of that momentum play of IWNL, and certainly felt like a bit of that happening there.
All set up.
It definitely feels good for SONIQS at the very least. I mean, their first round on the defensive side. Like, take a deep breath.
Yep. Again, they did use quite a bit in the null command in Viper's Pit, even though initially that didn't necessarily work. It was committed to slowing things down. Still have a Huntress Fury and Knives if they choose it. But Operator we saw in the hands of Whitmer this round. Look where Chambers at. It's up elbow pretty far on the side of IWNL at least.
Whitmer. The peak halls here.
just feel the Bob's gonna go a little too much.
I know, you can always just, that x-ray vision, it's always like butt clenching.
Yeah, there goes the orb though. Now Whitmer making sure to check these angles. One's lurking around.
Suppressing. They're suppressed.
Suppression, it caught Silva, so we got a little bit of info. Whitmer, oh, doesn't hit the shot. Uh-oh. Now comes the Hunter Spirit. You're in that tunnel. That's such a bad spot to be. Doesn't get a kill with it. Got some damage. Meanwhile, Ian gets 2 in the sight. Can't find the third. Rossi goes down, but quick trade from Jae-Sung. Whitmer gets all
What?
Bob! He got the dart kill on both players.
One was a teammate.
Yeah, well, we
But
won't talk
that's
about
okay. Yeah, spike down. Just don't do it again, Bob. Ban.
I have the spike.
that. Okay,
10 seconds
go
left.
plant. 10 seconds. No, not there. Busy life with the operator.
A timeout seems to have done its job because SONİQS came out swinging in these last couple of rounds. IWNL still should have enough money for the most part, as they had rattled off so many rounds in a row, but this is getting pretty close to the end here if they can't turn it back around.
That works.
They still have buys, but IWNL, again, losing 3 in a row. Then they're not going to have those buys to use, so they will have Viper's Pit,
Revealing area.
Knives, and 1 killer orb. And we saw them do this very aggressive B hit before. They're doing it this time, as Dizzy Life is here with Jet. Dizzy Life will land the first shot. Crunchy on the right side, spotted out. They know he's here. Corey gets the kill. Dizzy Life cannot connect, taking some damage. He ports away, having backup. Viper's Pit committed though. Trying to get this plant. Numbers favoring SONİQS currently. Never mind. Whitmer will change that.
Molly comes in, does a little bit of chip damage. Ori is going on venture middle, holding tunnel. Oh, look at window. Ian.
Yep. Ian trying to flank in. Dart. It spotted Whitmer. Oh, it gets sprayed from A, but now that gives away where Ian is. Corey lurking and connector there. Takes out Bob. 2 versus 2.
A
Rossi
couple seconds on the spike.
sitting outside of it. They're spraying through. They have no clue. Rossi runs into Jae-Sung, and the spray takes down Ian. 10-11 IWNL will clutch round 21. And they'll stay alive against the spike explosion. So that was, again, that round of if they lose that, then they're going to be on the save. They win it. And now guess who's on the save? It's SONİQS.
Yes, they are. So we are looking at a pretty good shot for an 11-11 here. Ultimate economy, not great. Just the knives for Crunchy potentially. Ian is 1 away from the Viper's Pit. Obviously a very important ultimate on the defensive side of things.
Revealing area.
Once again, lining up for a very aggressive B hit. Dizzy Life, Headhunter, going up through that elbow, but already in the side. Crunchy, also with Knives trying to flank around a window. Might have a chance here.
Planted.
Corey did not hear.
Doesn't see him though. Oh, sees the head now and connects.
It's a rifle.
That's one.
Tossed it over.
The dash in, but dashes into all the flying bullets. I losing to Rossi. Bob catches ahead of Whitmer. 3 versus 3, and Dizzy caught Brax.
The Headhunter.
Oh, they were lining up, it seemed like, but Tex takes out Jae-Sung and will catch Dizzy. And now it's just Bob versus 1 versus 1. Making the defuse, getting hit that shot. No, the jump peek.
Man.
That should do it. Tex is gonna clutch this.
Yep. Oh, man, it feels like they should have killed Tex. He was stuck in the slow, could not move. Right. Unfortunately, Jae-Sung, I think, flashed himself when he peeked around the corner. That was very, very close for an eco round, but IWNL will knot things up at 11. So now SONİQS will buy in. Both teams really, I mean, this is what you want to have a map number 3, right?
This whole series, man, it really has all these rounds feel like so many of them at least, especially this last couple, coming down to the wire. Absolutely clutch plays being made, and yeah, this is definitely what you would want. So if you're any bit of a fan of Valorant, certainly enjoying this match, and happy to get the chance to commentate on it. But 11-11. Drone's going through. Bob also getting some info. As you look at the ultimate status, it's the Viper's Pit already used. On the side of SONİQS, you have Hunter's Fury by IWNL. And I always find this interesting when a Viper's Pit goes down, how the attacking team it's almost like a taunt. They're like, yeah, you want to use this? Okay, let's go.
Right. Tex has very advanced position here in middle, but look at this position by Crunchy as well. The Jet has made it all the way through the window, kind of wrapping around on middle too, potentially.
Not your best.
Dizzy.
He
He gets... No, he didn't get a second. I thought he got a second first. Not going to happen. Running up double doors by Jason. Beautiful flash out into the Reina Leo, though. We're just sitting at the double doors. Jason eventually gets Brax. Dizzy got Tex in the flank.
30 seconds left.
So they're somewhat being sandwiched over here. Meanwhile, Silva's controlling that Amy and Corey's there in the Amy area, but getting flanked himself.
Yeah, you can see the approach there. IWNL trying to just go around the Viper's Pit and plant on the back of the site, which is definitely one approach, but unable to fight their way onto the site.
10 seconds left.
Now time running low for Rossi.
Yep. Knife out. Had to make a desperate play. Very low percentage of working. Ain't gonna work there. 12-11 SONİQS. Match point, series point for SONİQS. If they can clutch this out, they'll be moving on to the semifinals. IWNL trying to force what would be another overtime, as we had one on Fracture in the previous map.
The buy's looking not great. Bunch of half armors there, 3 rifles.
That's a good spot.
There is a Hunter's Fury to use for Corey. Double operator as Dizzy pulls out the tour de force. So.
Viper wall. User to the A site. That's gonna be a null command though.
Oh wait, did that just canceled Corey's Hunter's Fury?
Oh, it actually hit him?
Close.
Oh my gosh, you're right.
That's brutal.
You want to
Oh,
play?
that
Let's
stings.
play.
Yeah, the timing was just very unfortunate. Now they do have the tour de force, as we just heard there, for IWNL, so gonna look for that open operator shot. Tex, and speaking of Hunter's Fury, Bob's like, I still got mine, and I'll get 3 kills with it. And SONİQS on the verge of moving to the semifinals. It's up to Rossi. He can't land a headshot there. He's down to 90 life and 5 armor. He has a little bit of utility, but what do you do? Dark connects, gonna go pick up the spike. Shock dart in, somehow avoids it. Doors opening, the peek, and Dizzy Life will conclude it. There goes the fist bump. SONİQS, it's been a long day, and you can tell with that reaction. There's no pop-ups needed.
No, they're like, let's go to bed.
they feel good that they're moving on, but hey, I'm sure they feel even happier that they're done.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, that was a very, very long day. You can see even the side of IWNL, who are having a lot of fun, they seem a little bit shocked at how just strong those last 2 rounds were for SONİQS. And they will be eliminated from the tournament. But, you know, very good showing for a team of players just kind of coming together to have some fun. And they put on a good show for us, that's for sure.
Yeah. No, that's really the best thing you could ask for, of course, as commentators, as spectators of these events, is, you know, you hope to at least have a good show as far as the matches go. And overall, had some solid Valorant, definitely. But this series, and again, maybe it was even expected as we're entering the playoffs, it came through. So even had an overtime throw it in there. 3-game series going the distance all the way to the very final round of map number 3. But SONİQS, what a comeback. Like I said, they're down 12-8 on Fracture, on the verge of being eliminated, and they fight back. They force overtime. They win it 14-12, and now here they are taking Breeze 13-11 to conclude it. So they advance on to the semifinals, and as we also mentioned, we're going to watch some highlights right here. They're going to play On the Way, who defeated Yule Team 6 in their round of a matchup. On the Way, that's going to be another great one tomorrow. Stellar, Brock, Bang, J. Cruel, and Xander, that roster. That'll be the bottom semifinals. We will be casting that. And of course, the top semifinals, it's Team Name versus the winner of Booster Seat Crew and Bad Boy Crew. Booster Seat Gaming and Bad Boy Crew, which is currently in that 3rd map. Almost finished themselves.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. You know, today set the stage, and tomorrow should be a very fun one as well. Shout out to everybody who stuck around for what was a very long day of Valorant. But hopefully it was enjoyable. I definitely had some fun.
Yeah, looking over at the stream timer right there, seeing just over the 12-hour mark. It absolutely has been a long day, but a very worthwhile day again. And happy to be a part of it. You know, I know I speak for you as well. Both you and I, huge fans of Valorant and the competitive scene, and absolutely love seeing these kind of events as well. You know, it's very grateful that Nerd Street Gamers having us on as commentators for it, because events like this definitely, you know, have their own flair, have their own flavor of being great to watch and great to commentate. And hopefully you at home tuning in enjoyed it too. But there we go. There's a nice visual there of what we're talking about when it comes to the brackets and how things are advancing on. But tomorrow we're going to be coming back, and we start the stream itself starts officially I believe around noon Eastern. That's when the first series is set to start. I don't know which one we'll cast first. Obviously, I assume the top one, but not 100%. Either way, that'll be happening. The first series semifinals, then we'll cast the second semifinals, and then the finals will be finishing tomorrow. So all three of those best out of threes will be on stream here and will be casted. That's what we have to look forward to, Elevated.
Oh yeah.
I think that means we are good to be wrapping up though. So gonna go ahead and do so. Elevated, any chance or anything else you want to say before we do wrap up and move on to tomorrow?
Shout out to Hot Tea, because I'm gonna go drink some, soothe my vocal cords, so we're ready for tomorrow to bring you some more hype action.
Yeah, looking forward to it, and hopefully to see you all back tomorrow. Once again, I was Breaky CPK, joined by Elevated. Big shout out once again to Nerd Street Gamers for having us. Hopefully you enjoyed. Let us know on social media what you think. You can follow me at Breaky CPK. You can follow him at Elevated Speaks. We are wrapping up for the day.
And the production crew. Sorry, just to cut you off there, because I've seen Aloe, the mod in chat, also running around the event, doing admin work. Obviously, the observers have done an excellent job. Our producer has done an excellent job. Yeah, long day for everybody, not just us, not just the players, but everyone on NSG's part as well. Absolutely, the whole team has done a great job here, and these LAN events, you know, there can certainly be some hiccups. So you and I have been some experiences there of LAN events before, and this one overall seems to be running very smooth, and definitely props to the team behind the scenes making that happen. So we got day 2, we got 4 teams will be remaining. We'll find out who the champion is here of the Frag Valorant Major Philadelphia. But I believe the Fullerton event is still happening, so if you want to watch more Valorant, you can check out that stream as well. But we'll be back tomorrow, so thanks once again for having us. I'm Breaky CPK, joined by Elevated. Until tomorrow, see you then.